Hey everybody, I'm here today with Bethany Tatum, environmentalist to say the least, and I'm going to ask her some questions about what she does to help this environment. These questions are also used on our survey that we gave you guys, so you can also follow along if you'd like. Okay, so question one.
In the comment section down below.
How often do you use reusable products, Bethany?
Every chance that I get, haven't used a non-reusable plastic thing in a very long time.
All right, elaborate on that. What do you use?
I use reusable cups whenever I go get coffee and stuff, and what are they called? Bags, reusable bags at the grocery stores. And I don't use plastic forks. I always bring my own forks to restaurants and other establishments, and my own cups to other eating establishments. And
oh, that's cool.
What? The spiders hurt?
Yeah.
These spiders don't hurt.
Look, she's even helping a spider who's hurt.
Come here.
She loves our environment. Do you love or claim to love our environment, Bethany?
Yeah, because it's what keeps us alive, and without it in the future we're going to die. So
yeah, I agree 100%. So what bothers you that people say or don't do about our environment?
A lot of people like to post on social media like, oh, save the earth, but they aren't really doing anything besides posting something that's being productive in saving the earth. And also some people still, even though there's so much scientific backing, still kind of take it as a joke, still kind of like, oh, stupid tree huggers, freaking hippies, like they still say that, but like, sorry, I kind of want to live longer than 12 years that's estimated. So yeah, that bothers me a lot.
What are some other things you do to take care of our environment?
I ride my bike to work often, actually, like all the time, and that makes less emissions in the air. And I tried to shop only at stores that give back to the environment or that like aren't huge corporations, and, like sustainable stores, and I do a lot of local produce stuff, and I also have a garden and everything. The cattle industry and the meat industry are like one of the biggest producers of methane and things that hurt the environment. And also because the animals aren't treated well in almost 99% of all of the big corporations for meat, I'm also a vegetarian and because I don't want to give my money to a corporation that's not doing the right things for the animals and also that is hurting our earth. And also read that the agriculture industry is one of the main like water wasters. Like it takes so much water to produce agriculture, which I mean is good because like food. Yeah. But like you could do it in a better way. There's not only one way to do things.
I agree on that. How often do you recycle? Not specifically reuse, but recycle your products.
So I keep all my containers, so like it's like food containers, and reuse them for like Tupperware kind of. And also it's I live in city limits, and it's required to recycle in city limits. They give you a garbage can for it and everything. So all of the things that are recyclable go in our recycle garbage and then are taken by the recycle truck. And yeah, and I also have a compost thing. So like we put all our unused food and stuff in there, and so nothing really goes to waste because we put it back in our garden and makes our garden better.
You recycle the most, do you think?
Probably paper, because going to school you use a lot of paper, and then when it's done, like you don't really, it's for nothing. So I always put all my paper at the end of the school year in the paper recycle thing. And also in classrooms they usually have a recycling thing. I always put my paper in there because like why not if it's right in front of you.
Yeah. What do you think you recycle the least?
Probably glass.
Yeah, that was actually on our survey. That was the number one least recycled thing is glass.
Because like, well, one, I reuse a lot of glass or like make a project out of it. I don't know, that sounds really. It's also kind of hard to recycle glass. Like in bigger cities, they have more complex, intricate recycling systems. But here, ours is kind of bad. And so there's not really a way to recycle glass.
Sorry, there's a spider.
It's not
I did
a bad
not mean
spider.
to over-exaggerate, but I just did not expect it. I just get scared.
It's just a little tiny spider.
I just get a little bit nervous. Are they jumping spiders?
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned how you mainly recycle because of city limits, blah, blah, blah. But does anyone in your family recycle? Like, do they go out of their way to do it as well as you do?
I mean, they kind of think I'm crazy because of the things that I do, because they're like, I don't know, don't believe in it, but they still recycle because most of them live in city limits, so they still do that, and they're becoming more, my family's becoming more earth conscious and environmental conscious because of me, so I feel like I'm starting to kind of rub off on them, but I don't think if I wasn't telling them to, they probably wouldn't recycle.
Okay, so it's kind of a controversial topic, but people claim that recycling doesn't really do anything because all they usually do is burn it and it goes into the air. Do you truly think that it does matter?
Well, I think it's better than it just going into a landfill or into oceans and stuff like that, but like I think it's probably better, and it makes me feel better as a person.
A garbage truck in the middle of our interview. This is wild.
Breathtaking.
Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so following the answer to why does it matter, what do you think that we can like do, like a solution to this large economic earthly issue?
So I think the people doing it individually is a start, but really what we need to do is have the government take control and force it upon us, please. And I think it's going to be a hard transition because our economy right now is such based off of like oil and convenience and one-time usage, so I think it's going to be a huge shift, and people are probably going to be mad at it for a while, but I honestly don't care because it'll help our earth, and if they want to live like on this earth
while it's dead,
yeah, like it still needs you need to do something about it, and the economy will probably go pretty bad for a while because things are going to be going down and down, but
the only way to fix any
it's the only way to fix it. Like if you want to fix it, you're going to have to make drastic changes and not just make people still feel comfortable. Like you're going to have to make drastic changes, and the people's attitudes need to change a lot. Like people's attitude of just going to the store or going to Dutch Bros, getting a thing and then drinking it, throwing it away, like people have been doing that forever. And also people think, oh, it's just one cup. It's just one cup. It's not going to... Everyone in the world had that same mentality. That's 7 billion cups. So, yeah, because, like, people throw things out the window. Like, oh, it's just one thing that I threw out the window. But if everyone has that mentality, then that's billions of things getting thrown out the window, so...
All right, well, thank you. Had a good time. Pleasant. All right.
Bethany, and this is a sugar leaf plant. It's an herb that has sugar in it, and it's 3 times less calories than real sugar.